Welcome to today's video, and today we've got a super exciting dose of Mamparadom for you, and it's difficult to quite ascertain who is the most deserving candidate in this entire nest of worms or nest of vipers, whichever way you want to look at it. So let me sketch for you the main protagonists in this story of Mamparadom. You've got the South African government on the one hand. You have the brand new board of directors of South African Airways on the other. Now, who is the most deserving candidate? You tell me in the comment section down below. So let's have a quick look at how this all plays itself out. Bear with me for just a couple of seconds and we'll get back to the fun and excitement in just a moment. So what happens is, you have South African Airways. They need a board of directors. That board of directors is selected by the South African government as the one and only shareholder in the company South African Airways. Then that board of directors selects the chairperson of the board and CEO of the company, the one that's going to be the driving force to take the company forward and make everything super profitable for the primary shareholder. So let's see who we've got. And bearing in mind that we've got a company, South African Airways, that has been teetering on the brink of bankruptcy for years and years and years. So who's going to be the one that's going to turn this lurching airline around from the brink? Another item is important here is that now that the new board has been selected, the South African government is now in a position to be able to sign an additional $250 million in finance guarantees, so that the debt, $250 million dollars worth of debt that is currently sitting on South African Airways balance sheet, can move off the South African Airways balance sheet and onto the balance sheet of central government with one stroke of the pen. What an awesome situation is that. So then, and that will enable South African Airways to present the South African government with a set of financial statements for last year, for 2015, that will now show that the South African Airways is not insolvent, is not bankrupt. But if the government does not sign that piece of paper to transfer $250 million worth of debt out of the South African Airways books, South African Airways will be putting forward a set of financial statements showing that the company is insolvent, that the company is bankrupt. So that piece of paper, that transfer of debt, is vitally important for the company to be able to survive and continue. And for that matter, secure any outside loan finance whatsoever going forward. So that's the one side of it. So now, the first point of business that the new board of directors. Oh, before I get on to that, this is classic. This is classic. Just listen to this. The South African government, when they appointed this board of directors, made the following statement: that this new board of directors brings a wealth of skills and expertise to turn the lurching airline around. Go figure. Anyway, so the first point of business, the board of directors elected the new chairperson and the new CEO, one and the same person. CEO, chairperson, one, same person. And that is none other than a lady by the name of Dudu Mayane. And who is Dudu Mayane? Dudu Mayane is the lady that just last year was fired from the South African Airways for botching a multi-million dollar contract with the aircraft company Airbus so badly that the South African Minister of Finance had to step in and appoint a curatorship to be able to remanage and remassage this Airbus deal. So which means that Mayani botched the one and only big contract that she had, major contract that she had to do so badly that the Minister of Finance had to remove her altogether and put a team in place to be able to manage this one big contract that she had to be able to wrap up. So that is Mayani's claim to fame. Then, and now after all of this, the South African government claims that they're super happy with Mayani being back in this the chairperson role, back as CEO of South African Airways, because Mayani is a successful entrepreneur. Go figure. She's a successful entrepreneur with expertise in business strategy and development. What business strategy, what development? Making a complete muck-up of the one and only big contract that she had to deal with? Come on. Anyway, South Africa's main political opposition has called the appointment of Mayani an absolute disaster, and anybody with two brain cells to be able to rub together can see that too. And what's more, the best predictor of future performance is past performance. And so from that, the best chance we can see of Mayani making a small fortune at South African Airways is if the government goes and gives her a large fortune to start off with. That's my take on the matter. Post your comments, questions, criticisms in the comment section down below. Don't forget, thumbs up if you like this type of content. Share it out amongst your friends. And remember, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button down there. And last but by no means least, try not to get lost or killed out there. And I'll see you next time. Cheers.